Hey there people of the YouTubes, and welcome back, and today I'm going to be playing some more of the Stanley Parable. I have been really enjoying this game. This game is amazing. So I'm just going to shut up, and I'm just going to get right back in. So let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I have no idea.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That Minecraft part last episode
When
was
Stanley
amazing.
came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I did know it perfectly
Perhaps he
well,
wanted
you're
to
right.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Admire.
Standing
Oh,
now
look,
in
I've
this
admired it.
incredible room,
I'm going to
Stanley
go
for
through
the
here now.
first, but eager to get back to business,
Eager.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
And forwards. That's what you said? Forwards? Right, okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible
I'm
he
gonna go
wasn't
there this
5
time.
years ago.
Take me.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Oh.
Someone you've forgotten about.
Oh.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Huh?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
That's her?
You need to be the one to do this. To reach out. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
I did unplug the phone,
That
yes.
wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone.
Nope.
He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action.
How is there no
How's that even
switches to turn on
possible?
and off the power?
None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices?
Duh.
What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it
What did I do?
sooner?
What did I do?
You're
Tell
not
me.
Stanley. You're a real person.
I'm a real person?
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices.
Yeah.
And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making.
basic
Or did
protocol?
you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
Okay.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Okay.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house.
I like the fire
Which
part.
choice would you make?
Fire.
Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking
Yeah.
with a person who does not
Fish.
make sense,
I
in
would've- I
all
would've said,
likelihood, that person is
I
not
would have
real.
said salmon, but...
Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice
I left
saying,
the kettle running.
"My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Excuse me? Practice. Okay.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
8
Do
choices.
you make more than 8?
No.
Less? And finally, if
Less
you begin
than
to
1.
wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant,
Oh.
and the feeling should
I've been told this
subside.
before.
At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah,
Ah!
welcome back.
What?
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago.
Okay.
And see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Can I take the phone? Okay. Right. This way.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
Oh,
that
that'd be
story
great.
would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
What am I supposed to do here? Do I... Oh, I do go back. Okay. Oh, what's in here? This is different. Oh, it's the lounge.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and
left.
you'll be home free
Left.
in the real world.
Okay, door on the left.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That
Stanley,
means
okay.
choosing responsibly
I
and
am Stanley.
always putting the story first.
I am
I'm
Stanley.
sure you'll be up to the
I've got
task.
this.
Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Follow,
All
follow.
right.
Yep.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
Oh,
doors,
two
he
open.
entered the door on his left.
He entered the door on his left. That was it.
No! Why did you do that?
I went left.
Hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
This doesn't look good, but okay. I gotta hurry back. Okay. Right. So door on the left. The left. Yeah, the left. No? Do I have to go? Do I have to go? Ah, fine. Oh.
It's
Oh,
ruined.
dear.
I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Yeah, you do.
I have to.
There's a red door over there. Oh. No. No. Oh.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here.
Yeah, you
Here
are
in this
still here.
pile of rubbish. With you. You.
Hello. Hello.
Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
I was Stanley.
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something,
But I am
there's
Stanley.
a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it?
What
That there's a
thought?
world outside of you? You're a child.
No. But yes.
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility.
Oh, really?
You would have destroyed it and been victorious.
I already
it would
did
have
that.
been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Okay, I'll follow your lead.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
He went to the
entered
door
the door
on his
left.
right.
No! Why did you do that?
I
Quickly.
went to the right. Huh?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and
Taking the
always
door on the
putting
right.
story
Yes,
first.
I know, the right.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
Straight
entered
to the door on
on
his
left.
right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
I think there is literally
Behave
no
exactly
way.
as
Okay, so I have to
Stanley
go
would.
left then.
That
Okay.
means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did it! You proud of me? Oh,
Yet
it's
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find Coming to a staircase,
Oh!
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I can't go down. That's funny. Okay. Looks pretty normal. Ah.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human
Interesting.
life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it.
Oh.
Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Code. What was it again? I've forgotten what the code was.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
What receiver? Where? Where? Where's the receiver?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
Think
Please
so.
speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Oops. Can I play the Stanley Parable? Let me out.
Okay, fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there.
I did
Why did
go
you
on the
come
door on
this
the right
way?
multiple
Speak.
times.
Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Oh.
When Stanley came to a
Oh.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ah? Stanley?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end?
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening
Ah!
to me? Can you hear me?
That was it?
Is everything all right?
No.
Stanley, this is important.
Oh, that's not the
The
end.
story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
Stanley, he's broken.
This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Oh, wow. So is that actually it? Oh. That wasn't it. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
There's a lot of paper.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe. Entered the door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Sorry, what? I'm door blind?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Thank you. I think I'm pretty powerful too. Oh! No pages. Is it dark? Is it always been dark here? Oh!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. There is one thing I haven't done, which I'll do.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Stanley
office.
Stanley didn't walk upstairs. Stanley went down. Is that a button? What's this? Oh, I thought it was like a note or something. Hello. Oh, it was a car.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
I've seen that picture
Stanley
before.
said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Dream!
He yelled. This is all a dream.
This is a dream.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
Nope.
He wasn't going to lose his
That was
job.
a dream. I had
He
too much
wasn't
coffee.
crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
I mean, it could
Now
just
the
be my
voice was describing
thoughts.
itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all,
Stanley shocked.
he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
What stars?
How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was
dreaming.
a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Wake me up. Wake me
I'm through
up,
with this
bitch.
dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue
No,
pushing
don't
the
let
buttons.
me go back to my job.
Please.
Let me go home.
It's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my
Ew,
job.
not wife, no.
All I want is my
Single.
life exactly the way it's always been.
Nope.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Yep. Told you, all a dream. This is my...
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh. My favourite colour.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Wait.
Mariella
Hold the
woke up
phone.
on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
She turned and ran. Right. I think I'm going to have to leave this episode here. I'm not sure how much is left of this game. You'll have to let me know. But, yeah. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.